morning, afternoon. Clock says on 12 o'clock. It's afternoon BC. I thought after my recent I was going to do a recent finds video or an update. I realised that most of my recent finds are based mainly around one band. So I thought I'd do a collection and show what I have of that band. Just so happens to be my favourite band, which is Oasis. So pretty much a heavy focused UK band. They don't think of worldwide notoriety, but I don't think as big as maybe they thought. I don't know what the sales figures were like, but Gallagher brothers basically, who sort of deem themselves as big as the Beatles, and went from there really. So what I was going to do is I was just going to go through my vinyl. I do have CDs as well, which I've mainly had for a while, but I was going to go through my vinyl. So managed to get hold of some good bits recently. A lot of people, it's been posted up on the Facebook BC, but just thought I'd show it to you guys as well, because obviously not everyone crosses over to both sides. I started already. Down show, I've got 6 days off over Christmas, so I plan to do very little because work's been manic before. So right, so first thing I've got to show is Time Flies, which is a compilation that they've, I think it's their most recent one, but it covers 1994 to 2009. So I think it's a 4 albums. Memory serves me crazy. I was going to say, so you got a 12.5-inch booklet there with all the bits in, but let me just check the vinyl. Yeah, so you got four 12 inches in there, and a nice 12-page booklet. Let me just clear off dogs. So there's the front of the booklet, and it's generally just artwork, so things like from concerts and stuff like that. So yeah. A lot of it's there's really many band photos. It all seems to be yeah, some of the track listings of some of the songs that are on there. I think that's what's that? Yeah, A, B, C, D, and E. And then as we go through, and I think on the back you've got like a stereotypical field after a festival, most probably, all the litter and blah around there. So that's the general combination. So compilation album basically. The next thing I've got is I managed to get hold of this. I mean that I got from a local record store, and it was I think 45. And I think it's one of those things. I mean, if you do actually go to your local record store, you can get some certain things. Because I mean, I think that on the internet at that time when I got that 45. Everyone was asking 90, 95 pounds for it, from what I could see. I mean, still now it goes for sort of like 80 plus. Someone had it on there for like 120 or something like that. But you're only going to get what people are willing to pay for it. But this one, on the other hand, you can get reasonably cheap. I think it came out and I think it was more, but I don't think it did most probably as well as they thought. So all of a sudden it became quite cheap everywhere. So, but if you can see let me see that's a Dig Out Your Soul. So this is basically an album, a single album I've done, but it's such a lovely set. It's insanely cheap. You get it around £30. So it's fantastic. It just comes in this almost big book, so you can see what you're getting. I mean, you've got your booklet, and you've got your booklet here, and then over here you've got your vinyl, all polylined sleeves and everything as you go through. Nice different artwork. It's normal black vinyl, but I mean the set as it is immense. And then you've got your 2 CDs and a DVD as well in the back. I mean, as far as sets go, I mean that's a damn fine piece of work for 30 quid. Anybody wants one in the UK, I know where you can get one for 30 quid, so. But where's my lid gone? So that's quite a nice one. I imagine eventually they'll start to go up in price again as they become rarer and rarer. This is another one. This is most probably one of my favourites in the collection I have, but it's Oasis Master Plan. Master Plan's basically is a compilation of things that didn't make it onto the albums. So, and I mean, there's some really good stuff on there. I mean, a couple of their bigger tunes have made it onto here. Let me see if I can find this. But this is there was a two-piece set as well, so a 2 LP set. But this is actually the when I find it, let me just figure out. I think it's 7 10-inches. Yeah, so 7 10-inches. But the main tracks that are on here that most probably a lot of people knows, I'm a Walrus, which is live, which was off the B side of one of the singles, and Half the World Away and the Master Plan. Half the World Away was brought to sort of notoriety by TV series called The Royal Family, and that was the intro to that, so got a lot of notoriety for that. But I mean, this is not cheap. I most probably got it a little bit cheaper than the going rate, and it's sealed and it's mint, and obviously I'm going to have to open it because I'm going to have to play it, but unless I can pick up a cheap copy of the actual, like, the 2 LP version or something, which I know I won't because that's not even cheap. But this is a lovely little box set. I bought this for just before my birthday, saying that as a birthday present to myself. I since then went on and bought loads more stuff as well, claiming it to be birthday presents. So bad boy. The next thing I've got is this is one I got more recently. Actually picked this one up on my birthday. It's their 3rd album, Be Here Now. It's a fan box set. I think there was 1,000 made, It's basically your double. It's sealed again, by the way. It's basically a double LP version of the album with a 12-inch booklet that accompanies it. That you can't get without the box set. And what it was, it's a fan. It's like a fan club limited mail order. So, you know, back in the day before the internet and you could go on the band's web pages and everything, you used to get little mailer cards, and I've got one in another album I'm about to show you. And you'd send them off, you'd register to the club, they'd send you monthly newsletters, obviously things that were going on. And that was one of 1,000 units that they made, especially for anybody who was in a fan club. That, I think the master plan, and one of the things I've got to show you actually came from a rep who used to work for Creation, or part of Creation, and selling things at his own personal things that he's now sold off to a guy that I get my things off. So I was lucky to have them. Both of those were listed. The next one was not, because he was gonna. He's almost like, should have throttled him because he didn't mention it to me. And it was almost like a second thought, an afterthought. So I wanted to splat him. But right, in terms of order, got this one here, which is Heaven's Chemistry. It's a 2 LP set. It's on the Big Brother label, which is, I think it's took over after Creation. And then I think Helter Skelter was there. Anything that was out in Europe, but I think this is, I can't remember where this is in the terms of the picking order. I think 2002, I think it originally came out, but this is a 2009 reissue on Big Brother. But I mean, other than the first two albums, this is most probably my favourite. Force of Nature, Stop Crying Your Heart Out, Little by Little. They're three of my favourite songs. I would say this is my favourite album outside of the first two. But that was nice. I mean, I picked that up. I think I picked that up for about 23 quid, and then the price just rocketed on the damn thing after that. So must admit, been very lucky with my Oasis recently. Other than the Time Flies, the Heaven Chemistry, they're the two things I had until I speak more recently. Dig Out Your Soul I got not that long ago. The Master Plan and Be Here Now are both this month, and these next two are both this month as well. So I've literally added a lot this month to the collection. But I found this in my local record store, second hand, which is anyone can see it, is definitely maybe. So this is their first album. This is an original gatefold on Creation. The it's in pretty good condition. I mean, if you look at the obviously quite a bit of wear on the I mean, there's no tears or anything, it's just you know, just with a general folding and everything, and a bit on the front. But I mean, you know, the front and everything's in very good condition. The vinyl's in fantastic shape, but it's nice Yeah, so there's the what I was mentioning to you before about the basically sort of fan clubs and marketing and everything. What publications do you read so they can target the audience? Well, before the days of mail and basically getting spam to crap in your email, but yeah, so 1994. See the creation level at the top. So that was, along with the master plan, was most probably my pride and joy. And definitely maybe is still my favourite album. Just the rawness of it, I think it is fantastic. I mean, everyone has their favourite song, and I mean, there's so many on here that are absolutely fantastic. But I think my favourite track's most probably Slide Away, which is the second from last track. But you know, Cigarettes, Alcohol and everything like that, absolutely awesome tracks. The next thing I got was, I picked this up mentioning to my local dealer that I managed to pick up a copy of Definitely Maybe, and I said, oh, the only thing I need now is What's the Story, Morning Glory, really. And he piped up and he says, oh, well, I've got a copy of that, but I've just not listed. He says, I've got a copy of that. I said, well, it's not listed. And he said, well, yeah, no, I've not got around to putting it on, you know. So this is when I'm at his door leaving. So I end up going back in, he gets the copy, shows it to me. I said, yeah, think how much you want, and let me know. So after basically a 5-minute more discussion, he told me how much he wanted for it. I thought, fine, that's great. Keep it with me for a couple of days. I'll be back when I get paid just before Christmas, and I'll buy it off you. So I did, and I went back, and when I went back, the price dropped by 10 quid. So I was more than happy. I mean, this was 60. I paid 50 for the Definitely Maybe. You know, I mean, it's crazy things, but it was reprinted once, I think, so far, and I think everywhere you look, you most probably paying that kind of money for a repress. So you know, I wasn't phased by 50, and this in the end was 60. But this is What's the Story, Morning Glory. I mean, this is absolutely, apart from a few dents in the side, I mean, that is a mint spine. The covers are mint. There's no marks, tears, other than a sort of a little dent there. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this whatsoever. I mean, this, very rare I'll get this excited. Oh, I'm excited. Oh. And very rare that I'll show this much interest, I suppose, in the condition of a record. But this is one of my favourite albums of my favourite band of all time. So it's to actually get this, and I suppose if it was a reissue, I'd still be happy. But I mean, this is an original again, Creation, LP 189. So, and I would imagine there's you could put this in wrap and pass it off as new. The condition of it is that good. I don't think anyone could notice. But again, I've been listening to this a lot more since I picked Definitely Maybe up, and going through my Oasis phase again. But you know, I mean, there's been a lot of band changes well, lineup changes through the history. I suppose the consistent two were the Gallagher's, and the drummer for a long time. But then even he left, and they replaced him with the son of Ringo Starr. So, but yeah, I mean, in terms of, it was the height of Britpop, indie as they called it at the time, because it was an independent label band. When you had your Blurs, your Oasis, and then obviously there's a Dino Vinyl Times. I know this kind of time in history of Charlatans and Ocean Colour Scene, all that kind of thing, a massive explosion of British bands hit the scene again, and this was my college. It's part of time when I was taking in a lot of information and really growing as a person. So, you know, it influences a lot of this kind of thing. But yeah, I wasn't a mod, but I loved Oasis and sort of turned into Nirvana and things like that. I did like things like Guns N' Roses at the same kind of time, but I was very much, you know, this kind of base. So yeah, so that's really my first collection video as such. Apart from, I think I did one for a subs contest, which I think I showed my Metallica box sets because I went crazy for them. But what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and hunt down a few more things. There's a couple of albums I need to get. I thought I had Stop Clocks on vinyl. I swear I did, I don't know. I know I did have it before, but I'm obviously maybe thinking of that. But again, I might get that. There is the complete box set that I've got my eyes on, but I've not got the money at the minute. So if it's still there when I get some money, I'll buy it. But at the minute, yeah, it's just not there. And just in case of his times of thing, I mean, I paid 60 quid for that, and I was just looking on discounts. Or Amazon, some crazy fool. If he gets it, he gets it. Someone had got this up for £220, I think it was, in the UK. But yeah, I mean, as I say, you can see what the tendencies are. And, you know, a lot of people have been mentioning how much things can go for nowadays. You'll only go for what people are willing to pay for it, and if someone's not willing to pay 200 odd quid for it, if it was so hard to find, maybe, but these still copies available and people are willing to sell them, but the price is relatively high. It's not 200 odd quid. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and sorry for rambling on towards the end. Very difficult for me to stay focused. Have tendencies to ramble on and wander off, as people who will know my videos. But yeah, so thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great Christmas and a fantastic New Year. And yeah, I look forward to seeing all your guys' videos. Subscribe to anyway. Cheers, guys. See you later. Bye.